Hello and welcome to our first in a weekly series of Tech Tips in 2 minutes. Today we're going to talk about the pending iOS update, and I'm going to show you a quick tip for grading with a rubric in eBackpack. Sometime in the next few days, certainly by the end of this week, we anticipate that Apple will be releasing the next major point of iOS 8, 8.2. When this happens, you're going to see a red 1 appear in the settings icon, that gear icon on your iPad screen, and it's going to tell you that you can download and install 8.2. We're going to ask that right now you do not install the update. We want to make sure that this update will run smoothly with all of our major apps and that we're not going to encounter any unforeseen problems. So we're going to ask you to hold off on installing the update. When we have tested it thoroughly and we think we're in good shape, you'll receive an email from IT with instructions on how to go ahead and download it. I'm going to show you this quick tip on grading in eBackpack. If you're not that familiar with eBackpack yet because you're not using it in class, your students don't have iPads, you can consult the other videos on the site to learn how to set up a class in eBackpack, how to get your documents in there, how to set up assignments, how to grade, etc. Whether grading on paper or in eBackpack, you'll find that you often give the same feedback to students over and over again, and you're always looking for ways to streamline that process and make your grading time more efficient. One of the ways in which a lot of teachers will do that is using a rubric. And when you're confronted with the digital grading tools in eBackpack, you might think, how can you include something like a rubric in there? So this is a quick way to get that same sort of efficiency and that time back while providing the feedback that a rubric offers. I'm in the grading view here in the eBackpack iPad app. I'm going to tap Grade and Review, and I'm going to select Market, and I'm going to bring up the Market tools. Now, if this doesn't look familiar to you because you've not used eBackpack yet, because your classes don't have iPads, you can consult the other videos on the site on how to get into things like this. So now that I have the Market tools active, you see that I have the pen, I have the highlighter, the type tool, all that kind of good stuff. But toward the middle, we have an icon for photo, and you can actually access the camera roll, the photo library, on your iPad and import a picture, and that got me thinking I could put rubrics in there. So if I go into the photo library, I'm going to choose a rubric that I've used in the past, that I just took a picture of and moved in, and I'm going to resize it to make it a little easier to work with. Right? And now I can go back to my pen tool and I can actually grade with this rubric as I've done in the past. And I'm going to give the student checks. Right here I'll give them 8 out of 10 points. Here I'm going to give them 23 out of 25 points. Right? I'll check it on down the line. That means it's a final of a 96. Right? So now that I've done that and the student can clearly see what I'm assessing him on with the rubric, I go up to the top right, I click Save. I enter in that final grade of a 96. And I can click Complete Review and Return or Complete and Open Next and move on with my grading.